The AEW hate and criticism has reached an all-time low, and it's crazy to say that this happened. I had to honestly look it up to make sure that this was legit and not just a bunch of BS that was spreading, but this actually happened. I'm going to show you next on Screw the Script. Maverick back here with Screw the Script, and I just wanted to make a quick video today covering some AEW news, but firstly, I need to get out of the way the most ridiculous thing I think I've ever seen so far in terms of the AEW criticism, and I don't even want to call it criticism anymore. It generally is just hate. It's genuine, bottom of the barrel wrestling fans that want to hate on a company that isn't, like WWE, even though AEW when they first started was the alternative, and they always will remain an alternative to pro wrestling. If you don't like it, don't watch it. I don't watch most of WWE stuff. I only occasionally watch NXT, usually just the big shows. I cannot stand SmackDown. I'm just being honest. I can't watch it. I look up highlights on YouTube when I have free time, and that's why I never cover SmackDown on this channel. Sometimes Raw I drag through, and I'll review it, but, I'll review it for you guys. And then even on the AEW side, I don't always review every collision because some collisions just aren't that good. They just aren't. So, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible, but when you see things like this, check that out. Yeah, thanks, Harley Graham, for bringing that. Good old trusty Harley Graham bringing me the most petty thing I've ever seen in this AEW hate mob mentality. I mean, this is more petty than the lead singer of the Heartbreakers, if you get the joke. I mean, you see it right there. I'm going to read it off my laptop quick. Let me just grab this in front of me. And it comes from a official Cults of Cornet. Now, again, I don't know how legit that is. Maybe this is just, I don't know. We'll see what comes of this. And if it circulates any further than what I'm seeing right now on the internet. But it says, so out of curiosity, I sent in an email to Max about how disgusting I thought the moment was when Jon Moxley got the spikes stuck in his back. It was a brutal moment, but hey, that's the kind of alternative stuff that I like, that a lot of AEW fans like. So for this person, okay, real quick, this person posted this on social media thinking that this is me calling out AEW. They're crap. Like, I'm going to post on, let me adjust my camera here. I'm going to post on whatever this was. I think this was on Facebook that I came across it. Some fan page, I believe, that I'm a part of. I saw this. Who gloats about that? Who is like, I did it to you this time, AEW. And the response from Max from HBO is the funniest crap. It says, hi, Christopher. I'm Janeth, your Max customer advocate on Max support team. I understand your thoughts and feelings on Dynamite last March 19th. I'd be more than happy to assist you with this. Thank you for reaching out and sharing your concerns regarding the recent episode of Dynamite. We understand that certain content may not appeal to all viewers, and we appreciate your feedback. They are known for its unique style of professional wrestling, and then it goes on. It's funny that they put unique. I would just say the alternative style, but they word it as unique. This has got to be the lowest of low that I've seen. This honestly infuriated me. I've already made a video a little over a week ago, I believe, saying that this hate needs to stop, and then here we are again, seeing somebody who had the audacity to go out of their way and say, like, oh my God, I don't like this, even though I'm not forced to watch this. I'm going to write in a formal complaint. I don't know what it is. This tribalism is ridiculous, and it needs to stop. And then you got, there's the flip side of this too. So I see, or I should say I saw RVD, Rob Van Dam, Rob Van Dam, one of the greatest of all times. And he had a more, I would say not quite unbiased, but more even playing field reaction. He personally just said, like, hey, I wouldn't do this stuff. Hey, like, I prefer how WWE does it. Okay, good. Be more like Rob Van Dam. He didn't have to go out of his way to try and, you know, destroy the image of AEW and say, like, oh, this is crap. Like, it should not be on TV. Or, like, oh, like, AEW is failing. They're going to fail. They suck. Like, a bunch of these, marks that are anti-AEW are doing. RVD was more down the middle on it. He just, was being honest and said, hey, it's not for me. And you know what? I can see why. I mean, he's 50-something years old now. He's not going to be doing those spots. He smokes, more weed than a 70s disco party. So, like, it makes sense that he feels that way. He's not the 25-year-old RVD in ECW anymore. I could see where some people would be like, well, no, that's him calling out AEW saying that they shouldn't do these things. Well, you know what? It was Moxley. It's Moxley. He wanted to do shit like this in the WWE. They didn't let him. AEW gives more freedom to pro wrestling, more freedom to the wrestlers, and we have known this for a very long time. That is one positive thing that has come from Tony Khan. There's quite a few negatives that even I myself have to say, like, hey, Tony Khan, fix this. I've said it numerous times on this channel that the World Championship storyline, the Moxley stuff and the Death Riders needs to end. I'm constructing fair criticism, but I'm not on this channel saying, like, AEW needs to die. And I am more, I lean more AEW. But even then, I'm not saying, like, hey, WWE needs to die. They suck ass. Like, please leave and only have AEW on TV. And no, I'm not going to do that. But you see people that do this all the time. And that was just one ridiculous example. So that's all I had to say on that. And now to get to more positive AEW news that proves this mark wrong. And no matter what you do to, like, message Max or HBO or go around the internet and say, like, it's going to fail, it's not going to fail, and this is why. So, again, right up here, thank you, Harley Graham, again. Yeah. Yeah, no, I still don't know who you are, so we know who she is. Anyways, so last night, the show that I was at where I got this Kenny Omega shirt, this past Wednesday in St. Paul at the legendary Roy Wilkins Auditorium. That episode drew the highest numbers that they've seen this year so far. And I've said before, 2025, AEW is in quite the resurgence. February 19th, the Dynamite views, not including Max viewers, so take that note, was 563,000. Now, you fast forward to this past Wednesday, the show that I was at, gorgeous setup, by the way, 663,000. It has gone up 100,000 views just in TV ratings since about mid-February. 2025 is really turning around AEW. Their Max deal, them being on Prime, I see now in some countries they're on Disney Plus for people that can't get them on cable or whatever. It is getting new views. It is getting new eyes on the product. And hey, the ones that stay, welcome to the AEW, crew of fans here that are rooting for AEW. They've been around for 6 years. It's been such a short amount of time. When you really think about how short it is, think of how many things have been around longer than 6 years. I mean, COVID just happened only 5 years ago. AEW started just before COVID hit, and that wasn't that long ago. And then you got, like, careers in the WWE to put examples, like one of the best tag teams in WWE, for example, off the top of my head, it's the New Day. They've been around for like 12 years already. So it really puts in perspective, like, how young of a company AEW is, and this is good progress. This is getting back to the numbers that they had in 2019 and 2020. That's all I really had to say real quick on this episode of Screw the Script. This has been Maverick again. Thanks for watching.